says there's a chance of rain tonight. Sure doesn't look like it anyways. And what's going on today? What's going on here today where there's been so many reports about drone attacks and apparently there's preparations. How about this one? This one says, Regina Airport tests emergency response in mock drone attack. I guess that ambulance or whatever's preparing for something too, huh? Imagine just going about with your day and then randomly seeing this, huh? It says it was quite the scene at the Regina International Airport on Tuesday morning. The Regina Airport Authority held a simulation of a large emergency situation by staging a mock drone attack. The authority dubbed the drill Rise of the Drones. The exercise was meant to test the emergency response plans and capabilities of the airport and its emergency crews. In general, it says it took them about, 10 minutes to arrive, and it says EMS is on the way. They're going to load you up and take you to the hospital, said a firefighter. Some actors were taken away in stretchers while others acted as fatalities in the drill. Around 150 people were involved in the exercise, including the actors, firefighters, the Regina Police Service, Saskatchewan ERS, Canada Border Services, Public Safety Canada, and NAV Canada, as well as airline partners. That'd be kind of interesting to see what it was like, let's just say, in that mock scenario on NAV Canada's end in terms of trying to manage, traffic and all that. And it says, Transport Canada requires all international airports to do a full-scale mock emergency response like the one held on Tuesday every 2 years to help ensure they are prepared for a real emergency. And again, there were a lot of different medias posted about this. It makes me wonder too, why make it a quote drone attack? Should there just be like a regular, let's just say terrorist attack, for example? People taking over planes, firing at them. It could have drones and stuff like that, but why specifically drones? There's just something about in the recent, days, again, it just seems like there's so much news about drone attacks. And with that said, more news about drone attacks between Russia and Ukraine apparently. Like there were posts like this one saying at least 14 drones were shot down by air defense forces during an attempt to attack Moscow and the Moscow region. 3 people were injured at the Ramaskoy. Also, Air Defense Force shot down 59 UAVs over the territory of the Bryansk region. As the head of the region, Alexander Bogomaz, reported on his Telegram channel there were no casualties or damages. And as you would expect, there's a ton of posts about it. Various people putting out things like videos, seeing, this drone hitting buildings and all that. What a terrifying time for a lot of people to live, I guess you could say. No end in sight when it comes to things like the war, huh? And I guess this piece of news was going around a lot here today. Apparently the company Lululemon is in controversy because they want, for example, the flexibility to hire foreign workers, and if they don't have, that ability to do so, they're going to stop expansion, within the Vancouver area, even though they actually started here in BC, this company. It says Lululemon told government it might stop its Vancouver expansion if it couldn't hire foreign workers, documents reveal. Vancouver sportswear company Lululemon Athletica told government officials it might halt a planned expansion in Canada if it didn't get an exemption to more easily hire temporary foreign workers, according to documents obtained by IJF. In February 2023, the Canadian and British Columbia governments gave Lululemon permission to hire certain foreign workers on short-term permits without the usual requirements of first trying to hire Canadian residents. The IJF has now obtained Lululemon's 2020 application for the exemption, which suggested the company might not go ahead with the construction of its global headquarters in Vancouver or could move jobs to the United States if its request wasn't approved. Yeah, so you can imagine how a lot of people are upset over that. It says, quote, one of the key considerations of the final decision to greenlight our expansion in Vancouver will be whether we receive the necessary immigration approval so that we have the talent to guide our global growth, which the IJF obtained under Freedom of Information legislation. The application is partially redacted, saying, quote, our goal is to continue to grow, expand, and invest in Canada rather than the United States. The document later says, Lululemon says it has since hired 116 temporary foreign workers in Vancouver under that program, which lasts until 2026. And it sounds like government officials basically bowed down to it because saying, quote, if we did not act, Lululemon's headquarters may not have been in Vancouver anymore. Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, François-Philippe Champagne said at a May 2023 press conference. So from what I gather, the argument, from the corporate side is they're saying, hey, the company is just growing too fast and all that, and they need to hire more workers where there's no, local talent, I guess you could say. At the same time, from what I'm reading for other people, they're arguing the company never advertised or anything like that for workers in general. So it's more of a way to cut costs, I guess you could say. But what would you think of this? Again, apparently a lot of people are upset over this. It kind of does make sense actually in terms of not being able to find people to do these jobs here. Because there's a lot of examples I can think of, like students, for example. I'm pretty sure there's tons of them that would want a job like this as well, huh? So it makes you wonder what is going on in that case. All right, see you guys later.